Hello everyone and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary with Exo, and today I'm going to be bringing you two games between Servy, which I know from somewhere but I'm not exactly sure where from, and Socke. Now, most of you know Socke for sure because he's really a famous player and he's been doing real good lately. I mean, if you might remember that really epic game from MLG Dallas between him and Jinro. Yep, so you see just how good of a player Socke is. I mean, Jinro did win the tournament and that game was like 40 minutes long, so yep. Anyway, I'm pretty happy because I've had these issues with YouTube lately. I couldn't upload videos, they weren't getting processed. It was some known issue, YouTube European data centers or something, and I didn't actually get to upload anything, so I'm pretty happy that I found these two games. It's quite late right now. The thing is, the issue with YouTube just got resolved, and I'm here. I found these two replays. They're pretty recent. I have no idea where they're from, and there's two games of them. I mean, between Socke and Servy, and I don't know if they're just a show match or if they're from some tournament, but seems like they're good games, and I decided to go ahead and cast them. Now, we're gonna have Socke spawning as the blue Protoss over here at the 2 o'clock position, and we're gonna have Servy spawning as the red Terran at the 7 o'clock position. Now, if I do make some weird blunders, like if I call SCVs Marines or Marines Marauders or something like that, then I do apologize because I am quite tired and it is pretty late. But I decided to just go ahead and cast these games because it seemed like it was worth it, and even though I'm tired, I don't feel like sleeping quite yet. So here we have the two players starting to scout already, and this for the builds. So this is just supply depot into barracks, and let's see if an add-on is gonna. Nope, no add-on right away. So just the first Marine that's usually there to ward off scouting. So let's see if this probe is actually, no, it's going up there. So this probe is not really gonna scout. I don't think it's gonna scout that much. If this SCV, and there we go. I'm already calling Marines SCVs and stuff. If this Marine is out, and the second one will be joining him soon, I don't think that probe will actually get any scouting information. And let's see if this SCV does, though. He probably will. And this is pretty fast cyber core, just one gateway. Probably gonna try getting a fast stalker out. No zealot yet, so. And we have a pylon hidden away over there, probably trying to hide some tech buildings in this area. Not exactly sure. Let's see what's going to happen. And here we have a stalker being chrono boosted out. No Reaper though, so there's not much to worry about. I mean, I haven't seen Reapers in games for such a long time. I mean, especially in high-end game with pros playing, I haven't seen Reapers in a very long time. And the warp gate technology is already on the way. Now let's see if we're gonna have a lot of gateways warped in over here. He might just put down a lot of gateways, or he might just go for a robo facility, although I doubt it because he only has one gas. So this usually means warp gate play. Now we have the factory almost being finished here. There we go. Let's see if the starport is gonna go down. There's gas for it, and no. Oh, armory. So that is probably going to mean a Thor, since this opens the tech tree to Thors. There we go. We need a armory for those Thors, and a reactor going down on the barracks. So he might just be saving all his gas for the Thors, and pump filter his minerals. Pump them into Marines. And here we have a fast expand going down for the Protoss. It's not really defended right now. I mean, if Servy would be pushing across the map right now, those 3 Marines can deal with 1 stalker, and actually 5 Marines. And there we go, another stalker pushing in over here, trying to see what's happening. This Helion is going in base, trying to take some probes off the line. Let's see if he manages to get any kills. I don't think so, maybe. And force field over there. Oh, and getting 2 kills actually, 3 kills. That's okay. That's a really good payday for that Helion. He made his money, made his worth. Now, is there any no starport yet? But we have a robo facility, and it's all here. But I wonder what this pylon is supposed to be for. I'm surprised to see that he didn't. And we have 3 more gateways, so 4 warp gate into robo facility. Now we have, it's actually warp gate into cyber core into robo facility, and then 3 more warp gates being laid down. We have a lot of probes transiting to the natural. Now I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of and strike cannons. Wow, I guess he's gonna rely a lot on that Thor. Servy is probably going to try some very aggressive push with this Thor over here. Now those strike cannons do take a while to research, so he's probably gonna wait for that if he wants to go ahead and push. Now robotics bay going down, so this means obviously Colossus are gonna be making their appearance soon. The thing is, he should probably get these two geysers up because Colossus cost a lot of gas, and if he wants to like supplement his army with stalkers. Oh, and this is interesting. What was that? What I was saying? So that's pretty all in over there. And if he wants to make something happen, then he needs more gas, obviously. So let's see. No geysers yet, but this push looks like really menacing for Socke. Let's see how Socke decides to deal with this. Is he gonna keep the Thor in front? These SCVs are here to repair the Thor and also take up some of the damage. Let's see what happens. And already some probes being killed over there. Socke is not moving in yet. He knows he doesn't really have enough. He's gonna chrono boost this immortal out, and he's probably gonna. Oh, and these SCVs are like packing a punch here, and Socke is gonna lose his expo. And Socke is experienced enough to know that even though his expansion will go down, he's not too advanced because he doesn't have what he needs to deal with this. Now, the Immortal is going to do a lot of damage on the Thor. Oh, and nice usage of strike cannons over there on the Immortal, but this is gonna go down because the SCVs aren't really repairing that much. They weren't. There was some Zealots and Marines on the other side can really get a full surround to repair the Thor, but a lot more Marines over here. And wow, even if Socke repels this push, he lost so many probes. I mean, look at this. Gonna take a look at the income tab, and surprisingly, Socke is still ahead in harvester count. I don't actually get this, but no, there we go. He lost another 3 probes down here, so indeed he's behind a little bit now, and he also lost his expansion, which is a big deal. So let's see what he's gonna be doing from now on. Thing is, Servy, it's not just the fact that it's not really that pronounced, the harvester difference between the two, because those SCVs were out on the field for so long and they don't really count as harvesters because they haven't been mining all along. So it's not such a big problem, but the thing is, Socke lost his expansion and the Terran got his up, so that's really not looking good. And the Terran is really I mean, he's hands free to just go ahead and tech up right now, because Socke needs to really secure an expansion again. And let's see if he's gonna take this one. Most likely he's gonna try taking that one again. And we have Colossus coming out right now, which is good, and Thermal Lance is being researched. He really needs those Colossus to deal with the Marines and the tanks as well. Actually, people don't know this, but Colossus do a lot of damage to tanks. So if you wanna, especially with the range upgrade, they're good against siege tanks, because you can actually, you don't need to get that close, and you can just, I mean, 2-3 Colossus doing their lasers twice on the tank, attacking twice, will kill a tank. So anyway, here we go. We have 1 Colossus out already, plus these units over here. This nifty Immortal is there just in case some more Thors up here. Now, I'd like to say that I really like that move from Servy with the strike cannons on the Immortal. I mean, those strike cannons deal a lot of damage, and like the Immortal just melted away. You could see that. It was really nice to watch. Personally, I haven't seen the strike cannons being used in like any game I've cast since the patch came, and they don't require energy anymore, but they just have a cooldown. So it's great to see that the ability is actually being used. There's tons of stuff in StarCraft that still isn't really used, stuff like hallucination, and yeah, it's really neuroparasite as well. I mean, how often do you see neuroparasite? It's just, you know, there's those abilities in there that don't really get used right now. But we have Socke moving across right now with 2 Colossus and a bunch of Zealots and Stalkers, and this might be okay, but the thing is, he needs to take care of those tanks, and I don't really know how he's gonna be able to do that. He has to be very careful with his Colossus, because those tanks do a lot of damage to armored units. So here we go, the Colossus are actually doing some damage. You're gonna take down that turret. Remember, the turrets do attack Colossus, so what he's doing right now is not bad at all, but he needs to be careful because the strike cannons, and nope, not getting used there because the Colossus were outranging the Thor. So not much happening there, but Socke is is just stationing his army right outside, scouting with his observers, getting all the information he can, and just harassing every here and there. And there we go. The splash is really impressive, and he needs to maybe focus down those SCVs, and he has to be careful. The strike cannons, no strike cannons yet, but there we go. The tank's already starting to pull some shots off, and this Viking is maybe gonna, no. But real nice control of his army over there. Socke keeping his Colossus alive, taking down the bunker, and forcing some SCVs to come there and repair for a while. Now, the thing is, his expansion is almost up again, but Terran is getting Vikings right now, so the more Vikings he gets, the worse these Colossus get, because those Vikings will just shoot at the Colossus no matter what, and they have such a huge range, so it's like really tricky to use Colossus against Terran, no matter if you have support for your Colossus, because those Vikings can just flank your Colossus from any side, and they can pull off shots from incredibly big ranges. Now, the thing is, these observers actually offer Socke a lot of information. I mean, here we have the Viking strength to move in again, and these Colossus are alone right now. He needs to move his Stalkers in position, and no, those Vikings are actually turning back. But this is quite interesting movement of forces right here. It's like the silence beats before the storm. They're both just really taunting each other, not much happening. And these Colossus are trying to get some damage in wherever possible. And there we go. A lot of Helions going down there. I think it was like 3 Helions, and needs to be careful with that Colossus. But the tank does go down. So, like I said, those tanks not really kind of vulnerable to. They are vulnerable to Colossus. So there we go. Tank going down pretty fast. But this Colossus did take some damage. Now, what is Socke doing? He's expanding again over here, so that's the 3rd expansion, and another Immortal over here. Not really making use of his warp gates right now. He seems to just be keeping this army over here and harassing with it every now and then. Now, as for the Terran, we have Stimpaks now. It's a really late Stimpak research, like 60 minutes into the game. It's not done yet, but vehicle weapons level 2 are already on the way, so these tanks and Thors are gonna do quite a lot of damage. Now, we see some command center being built. Where's this command center? Over here. So another command center on the way. Probably gonna land it over here. Why not? I mean, the thing is, it's vulnerable to Colossus attacks, because those Colossus can walk up and down these cliffs over here and over here. So, not sure, but it is still more protected. I mean, the only thing it can get here is Colossus because of the rocks on this side. So here we have Socke moving across again, and this sensor tower is quite nifty. Really good idea to place the sensor tower here, because Socke was camping his army all the time outside Servy's base. And this is a lot of mech. I mean, this is pure mech. No Marines, really, just these guys from the start. And it's like, I'm gonna take a look at the unit canning station over here. So 11 tanks, and 1 Thor, and 4 Vikings, and some Marines, and a lot of Zealots and Stalkers. So a lot of gateway units plus 2 Colossus, and an Immortal for Socke. Now, Socke is really a late game player. He favors late game, so as long as this goes on, I think we're gonna see Socke bursting into, let's say, his real identity, what he really plays, and he's making more probes right now. Because if I look at the, and what happened here? Why does he only have 30 harvesters? I am baffled. I have no idea. I'm just going to scroll back for a second and check something if I missed something, but I seriously doubt it. No, I did not. He actually stopped making probes, and I'm not exactly sure why that is, but he's really behind the harvester count. I mean, it's 59. This is a lot of SCV, so this base is gonna get saturated right away. Indeed, so we have the tanks. Oh, and look at this perimeter being set up over here. This is really nasty, but those rocks are going down, and he needs to and he sees this, of course. He's moving some of the tanks back here. Let's see if he's gonna have them sieged up in time. It seems like he is getting them sieged up right now, but maybe a little bit further up. They're a little bit too close to the edge right now. I'm not exactly sure. And these turrets are vulnerable to. What am I saying here? These turrets